Hi everyone, Metalthany Meltdown Tano here, the internet's drunkest and at this current moment, sickest metal music nerd. I feel like garbage. I'm tired, I'm sweaty, I've got a headache, I feel like razor blades are being shoved down my throat, I am in immense pain. I concede I feel better now than I did a few days ago when we did the Abigail Williams album review. But I still don't feel great. But I don't feel like crawling back into bed. I don't feel like taking more drugs. I've already done those things. I'm here at home and I'm bored, so I'm going to persevere and talk about music. Hooray! Yippee! The healing power of music! Yeah! Today we are talking about the debut full-length studio album from Psychoframe entitled Salvation Laughs in the Face of a Grieving Mother. And right off the bat, the award for #1 cruelest, most bummer-ass album title of the year goes to this album. Wow. Alright, listen up. Y'all have been hyping this thing the fuck up for weeks now. I've had people yapping at me in the YouTube comment section, on the Metal Meltdown Discord, in my DMs, in my fucking emails, going like, oh my god, you gotta check out Psychoframe. Mr. Meltdown, Uncle Melty, Robert, is Psychoframe on your radar? If not, it must be. This is the next big, new, cool, great thing in deathcore. In the immediate aftermath of the grisly Slaughter to Prevail album review, this intensified. Even more people going like, oh man, but don't worry, Mr. Meltdown, don't worry. Psychoframe is gonna wash the sour, awful taste of Grizzly from your mouth. It'll wipe it from your ears and from your mind. Trust me on this. I decided, fuck it, I call your bluff, I'm gonna trust you on this. And here's the thing. I like y'all. I like your passion. I like your intensity. I like that. But I don't know why on earth you thought that this was going to be the thing for me. I don't get it at all. I don't get why this is being hyped up this much in general, but I especially don't get why y'all thought that I would be the guy that would be like, whoa! I don't get it. And first things first, let's lay down some nice positive things and comments. Let's lay down a foundation of niceties before people sharpen their torches and light their pitchforks. I don't think there's anything like fundamentally terrible or offensive about Psychoframe. Their whole thing is they are dedicated to making extremely brutal music, lyrically, sonically, conceptually, and I think that they've mostly succeeded in that. Like, this is all about just being big and mean and angry and nasty and vile and very in your face. And like, it's hard to argue that like it isn't brutal. It certainly is more brutal, I would say, than the aforementioned Grizzly from Slaughter to Prevail. Like, it is filled with like towering walls of riffs and drums and some pretty nasty, muscular, groovy breakdowns all the way through. And I guess to be extra fair, even if I wouldn't consider it an especially diverse album, there are some like kind of like slammy little bits and some more brutal death metal sections and some technical flares and little nuggets and little flurries that do add at least enough diversity and variety to prevent it from being like the most monotonous thing on the planet. Like, Inverted Spear of Heaven is filled with these dirty, grinding, gnarly, nasty riffs and these like big walls of like groovy, grinding guitars and drums as well. Some nice kind of like big beatdowny breakdown kind of sections too. Then there's I Won't Be There to Watch You Go, which is this genuinely pretty rabid, uncompromising, carnivorous little creature. It has this almost kind of like grindcore speed and intensity to it while still retaining that modern deathcore grit and power. Lots of big slammy really beatdowny parts in Filleted and Fucked as well. Some more technical flurries and wild guitar pyrotechnics and big punishing grooves in Black Wave 2 and The Portal. All throughout the album too, you do have these like little kind of ominous patches and textures and sections that I wish were more powerful. I wish they had kind of expanded on this a lot more. They exist more so to provide some breathing room and the idea of atmosphere, but I mean, it's not necessarily the most ineffective in at least that capacity. It's also a very well produced and mixed and mastered record, like everything sounds and feels huge, and at 38 minutes long, it's a fairly easy album to get through and digest and swallow and process. My problem is that at a certain point, everything just starts to feel really repetitive. Everything starts to really bleed together. We don't really have consistently great songwriting across the board. We have really brutal performances and really brutal sections, often all kind of stitched together. I don't think the songs are especially memorable. There's no depth or dimension to them whatsoever. I mean, you can throw in as many technical flurries and these ominous, semi-atmospheric, in theory, sections as much as you want. But, you know, that alone doesn't suddenly add new layers to what is ultimately a pretty standard, by-the-books kind of modern-day deathcore record. Its focus on and obsession with brutality above all else is ultimately its downfall for me. Like, I crave music, not just metal, deathcore, whatever, with substance, you know? I like things that have a more unique kind of flair to them. And this sounds like every other deathcore album I've heard in recent memory. And honestly, that focus on and obsession with brutality gets damn near comical with the opening number, Blueprints for Idle Genocide. We are very literally opening on an incredibly straightforward deathcore breakdown. Like whatever you in your mind right now imagine as the standard, by-the-books, paint-by-numbers, meat-and-potatoes deathcore breakdown, that, I promise you, is exactly how this album opens. The slow, mindless, chugging guitars and like the kind of like gurgling, incomprehensible brie vocals. I will say that the album works a little better in smaller doses and smaller bites. The songs individually are not that bad. I think the album overall is solid. I think at the end of the day, it's just not my thing, and I'm really just not seeing why y'all are like falling head over heels in love with this. But you know, that's fine. Whatever. It's all good. The good news here is that this is a debut album and there's still a lot of room for Psycho Frame to evolve and sharpen and mature and get better and refine their craft. For me, this is a 2.5 out of 5. It's just okay. Like, I can fuck with a few songs here and there in small doses and small bites. But overall, I just want something with a lot more substance, a lot more depth, a lot more dimension, a lot more creativity, with something more unique to say and offer. I really don't understand why some of y'all in the Metal Meltdown audience thought that I would be like blown away by this. I don't know why y'all thought that I would like freak out like some dude in a fucking gamer chair going like, "Oh, the breakdowns! Oh!" Like, that's weird. You should know me better by now. But whatever, it's all good. I'm curious to see what this band does in the future. There's a lot of room and potential to grow here. I think with better songwriting and with a more unique perspective and with more depth overall, with more personality coming to the forefront, this band absolutely has the potential to do some pretty cool things. For now, I'm just not feeling it though. 2.5 out of 5. It's okay. And that is it for the Metal Meltdown. I am not an expert, nor do I claim to be, contrary to very popular belief. So what do you think? Do you like this album? Do you not like this album? And what do you want to hear from me next? And thank you for watching. Make sure you press subscribe right here so you get updates on the Metal Meltdown immediately. Join us on Discord, other videos, Kaboom Jams. I'm going to go eat soup. And maybe take some more drugs. Yeah. All right, see ya.